Shazia, the opposition says this is the India shining moment 2.0. Ahankar hai ye is sarkar ka that they're returning for a third term even before the first vote has been cast.
Gaurav, the opposition is simply exasperated because India has taken a shine to Modi government, to BJP and all its policies. Because they believe, and this is not a slogan for us when we say 400 par, it is a wish not of the BJP, but of the citizens of this country who want a better deal, a better life for themselves, for their families, for their neighborhoods, for their states. So this is not so much about BJP and Modi ji, but for the dignity, security, and prosperity of every Indian citizen. So if India takes a shine to Modi ji, there's precious little the opposition can do.
Okay.
And India is shining. India is going to be the third biggest economy. India is the fastest growing economy. India is fifth largest economy in the world. I can also talk about the inflation rates. I can talk about unemployment. I can talk about all of that.
We will
and so
in bits, but I just wanted an opening comment.
The matter is that India takes a shine to one person, knowing very well that Modi ki guarantee, it is Modi's guarantee which makes the future better.
Okay, Tehseen Purawala, the BJP says this is Modi ki guarantee. The opposition had mocked the Prime Minister on Ram Mandir. The opposition had mocked the Prime Minister on 370. He's done it both. Tehseen Purawala, the BJP insists that the Prime Minister's confidence of 370 comes from 10 years of his hard work and promising the country that we'll become the third largest economy in the next 5 years.
Gaurav, I've modified a poem. I will just use those modified lines. BJP इंसाफ दे न सकी, आशीष समाज की ले न सकी, उल्टे विपक्ष को बांधने चली, जो था असाध्य साधने चली. जब नाच मनुष्य पर चाहता है, पहले विवेक मर जाता है. इनका विवेक मर गया है. तो ठीक है, घमंड दुर्योधन का भी था. दुर्योधन का भी यही घमंड था. और क्या हाल हुआ हमने देखा है. The fact of the matter is that yes, we are the fifth largest economy in the world. And Gaurav, you, I, Amitabh, even Shah, they're very proud of it being the fifth largest economy in the world. But there's a grim reality, Gaurav. We have the worst unemployment in the last 45 years. And the EPFO data is not a barometer for employment. A basic student of commerce will tell you, don't even need to be a student of economics. The Honorable Prime Minister in his interview to India Today, which was taken by very able colleagues, three of your very able colleagues, has admitted that they don't have data for employment, whether it is in the organized or unorganized sector. The fact of the matter is the NCRB data under the very Honorable Home Minister of India says every youngsters in India are committing suicide every 2 hours. Every 2 hours, one young Indian, Gaurav, younger than you and I, is losing his life for want of jobs. 80% of graduates in India are unemployed. This is a terrible crisis. Yes, the Prime Minister may talk about inflation being lower than UPA era. I don't want to get into it, but just let your viewers know, and your viewers will answer this question, perhaps on social media to you, that India's savings, household savings, is the lowest it's ever been in 70 years. It's the lowest. Yes, there are people who are getting rich. There's a section that's getting rich, and I'm not against them getting rich.
Okay.
I am actually a capitalist. But the problems in India are manifold. Then the opposition is not able to agree on that.
So the opposition is unable to bring out these problems?
These problems, but what the Prime Minister is saying is simply untrue.
Okay, the government keeps getting elected again and again, and the Prime Minister is confident of numbers of 370, and he's taking that battle into the opposition camp, Tehseen. But let me get Amitabh to respond to this. The specific number of 370, linked directly to Article 370, the Prime Minister says strong on delivering of agenda, whether it was Ram Mandir, whether it's Article 370, is talking about NDA going 400 par, psychological warfare, psyops on opposition voters, Amitabh.
See, essentially with the return of JDU, NDA is back to almost 350, which was its tally in 2019. Now, if you see the 2019 results, BJP was second on 72 seats. If there is just a 5% swing in favor of the BJP on these 72 seats, it will end up winning 38 more seats, taking its tally to 342 on its own. Now, where does this confidence come from, this 5% swing in favor of the BJP? It is largely coming from a very weakened opposition. It is largely coming from the captain of the opposition being in very poor form. Because see, for the opposition to win, the Congress party will have to defeat BJP in the 200 odd head-to-head contest, where unfortunately for the Congress party, the regional parties do not have any vote share. So Congress is largely on its own in its 200 seats. The second aspect where the confidence is coming from is the positive fervor which has been created in the country post the inauguration of the Ram Mandir. It has bound the south and the north as well. And the third largest factor is the work on the beneficiaries. So the four castes which the BJP is talking about, the Garib, Mahila, Kisan and Yuva, the schemes which the Prime Minister Modi has created has broken the barriers and the middlemen, and the benefits are largely being received in the accounts directly by these 3 or 4 cohorts. And these 3 or 4 cohorts comprise for the largest section of the population. It in a way also breaks or neutralizes the caste-based census or the attempt by the opposition to play the caste card ahead of the 2024 Lok Sabha elections.